Hello, internet people. Welcome to the Baked Couch Potato Podcast, and now we have fucking visuals. Isn't that sick, guys? Isn't it so cool? Now you can just watch me talk to myself like this. Anyways, so yeah, welcome to the Baked Couch Potato Podcast. I don't know where my harmonica is because I usually intro with it, but I couldn't find it. So today I'm wearing my Bill Nye T-shirt to get into the mood. You know, we're gonna get into the mood. There was a fuzz in the air. Excuse me. So today was a average day at best. I started a full-time job recently, and it's so weird. I work at a telemarketer company, and like, I have to call people all day, and as somebody who likes to talk all day, I get very exhausted of talking all day. I'm just like, constantly I have to talk to people, and like the biggest fear is I have no idea what the person is gonna say when I pick up the phone or when I call out. I mean, I've been called, and get ready for this, I'm not censoring it, I've been called nigger. Like, I've been called the hard R. Like, I picked up the phone and I was like, hey, how's it going? And he was like, stop calling me, you nigger. And I was like, whoa, man. So it's crazy. It's such a weird job. I like sell things to people on the phone, but that's besides the point. I don't know. I was just on the metro the other day. We have like the subway. We have a subway in LA, which I just found out they had those still. I'm always afraid to use it because earthquakes are a thing in California, which I've never experienced one yet, which is another topic. Man, my ADHD is so all over the place. What was the main point of this? Oh yeah. So I was on the metro and I was thinking back to a time in my life, because gun control is a big thing. And I think we should really teach people about guns because of idiots like myself. And what I mean by that is one day I went over to my friend Tyler's house and I was just hanging out, right? And he's like, yo, you want to see my dad's gun? It's going to be mine when he dies. And I was like, yeah, I do. Because I'm a boy. You know, I like to live on the edge because I'm so edgy. That's me, so edgy. And so I lost my train of thought. It's what I did there. And and what I did was crazy because he pulls it out. He opens the drawer and pulls out a revolver. And the first thing my mind went to was like, dude, you should play Russian roulette with that. That'd be great. Which is something that you shouldn't do. That shouldn't be a first thought. It should be like, whoa, there's a gun. I wonder if it's loaded. That's not what I did. He was like, do you want to feel it? And I was like, yeah, of course I want to hold it. And I was like, whoa, this was a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. And then I took it and I put it up to my head. It was a good idea in my head. You know, I was like, I'm just going to pull the trigger as a joke. It's probably not loaded. Why would somebody have a loaded gun in an unlocked cabinet, you know? And just before I go to like pull the trigger, I'm like, no, Elijah, don't do that. That's stupid. Why would you ever pull a trigger on a gun that's pointed to your head? And I put my hand down, and I was like, I was going to pull the trigger, but I decided not to. And he took the gun in his hand, and he's like, well, I'm glad that you didn't pull the trigger. And he kicks it out. He kicks out the barrel, and then the wherever the bullets go, and it's fully loaded. All 6 rounds are taking up my freaking bullets. So if I were to have pulled that trigger, my brains would have been splattered on the wall. I would have been modern art, is what would have happened, and I probably would have sold for about $1 million. I have no idea, but it was insane, is what I'm saying. All I'm saying is never put a gun to your head and think about pulling the trigger unless you're don't. Now I was going to go into it. That was going to be a suicide joke, but suicide isn't funny. People die from that. So, people can die from it. Ugh, I'm such a messed up individual. I think I may be going to hell. That is because I may be going to hell. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm a twisted individual. See, I try to find the humor in everything. And I don't know if that makes me a sociopath or really good at my job or my future job, because it's not technically my job. It doesn't pay my bills yet. Whatever. But I just think, like, I am such a... I don't know where these things come from that I think are funny. And they're not that funny. Or sometimes they're pretty funny. Like today, full disclosure, today's podcast is... Parental guidance is advised for goddamn sure. That's for frickin' sure. I'm not going to censor myself for this crap. Anyways, so... where was I don't know. I already said the thing about the gun. I'm so high, guys. If you couldn't tell already. Fuck. What was I gonna say? So the reason why is because when I was back home for Christmas, I said this really dumb joke. It was really insensitive, I guess, but it was I don't know. I feel like I'm just stepping on eggshells when I tell jokes sometimes, because everybody gets offended by everything. But I'm going to tell you the joke anyways, because like I said, no censorship. So Christmas time, sitting around with my friends, and I'm like, hey guys, you guys want to hear something funny? And they were like, okay, Elijah. And I was like, wait, guys, have you heard about the new Robin Williams Christmas ornament? It hangs itself. And I just, it's, you know, it's a joke. Can we just, I love Robin Williams. He's my favorite comedian. He's brilliant. He inspires me so much to do like impressions and stuff. And I like to do characters because of Robin Williams. He's brilliant. I was just watching a bunch of his stuff the other day. Robin Williams is a talented man. But that I just feel like he would have loved that joke. I feel like he would have been like, that's kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie. And that's what I like to hope anyways. I seek father approval is why I hope that. Satan just entered my body for a second. Excuse me about that. So the other day, I'm scratching my armpit, and I usually do it because I don't care, because I never put video, but I forgot there was video. I'm not gonna edit it out. I'm just too real for that. So I was at work, and we went for a lunch break. So I technically wasn't at work, and we go to Taco Bell because that's where real men eat. You know, that's where the real men eat. And I get after I order my food, I get this packet, and on it it says, "I think you're pretty." It was like a mild sauce packet, and like I was like, "Oh, Taco Bell, you're so sweet to me." And I was with two coworkers, and I was like, "Guys, I just wanna let you know." And I turned the packet to them, and I pushed it to them. I was like, "I just wanna let you guys know, you guys. I think you guys are pretty." And then one of them, Jerry, he said, I think it was him or something. I may have made this up. I have no idea. He says, like, go give it to that cash register girl. And I was like, that's a funny idea. And I felt like it was a dare, so I felt like I just had to do it. You know what I mean? So I after a little bit, I ate my food after it came out, and I was like, all right, now's my time. I went to go order cinnamon buns things, the little balls, they're orgasmic is the only way I can state those. They're fucking delicious. Taco Bell knows what they're doing. And I order it, I get my change, and I just say, hey, I just want to let you know. And I push the packet that says, I think you're pretty, to her. And as I turn, I like push it to her, and I spin away. So it was like, boom, spin away, turn my back to her, and walked away, sat back at the table, and just started talking to my friends. And I have no idea what her reaction was to that. And that's it. That's the whole story. I do dares. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe it's because I'm a guy and that's how my brain is wired. But I feel like I just have this ego inside me that needs to be like always correct and always willing to do something like a dare. Like I'm so bad when it comes to dares because I will do like any dare that comes in my path. Well, most of them, depends. If you're like, I dare to kill yourself, fucking gay boy. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do. It's not something I deep down want to try. You know, if it was like I dare to kiss that fat girl, I'm like, you know, I've always wanted to try a fat girl. That was so bad. I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever I was saying was probably not important anyways. So I don't think it freaking matters at all. Nothing matters. Everything is irrelevant. Time and space continuum. This is a Rubik's Cube. You can't see it if you're just listening to the audio right now. But I'm going to take the Rubik's Cube and I'm just going to throw it in the air and I'm going to solve it just like that. That was the one for the people who are watching. I really don't know where I was going to go with that. But I digress and I move on from whatever profound statement I was going to say there. I apologize for the incoherence of this fucking stoned child in front of you. Why did I ever think it would be a good idea to get stoned and try to have a podcast where I just talk and straight when my brain doesn't even function correctly? It does function correctly, but only if I'm on a certain path. But as soon as I deviate away from the path, it's like, oh well, there goes. God damn it! I often feel like my thoughts are like a train, you know, it's like train of thought, right? So the train is going and sometimes it just splits off like another one and it goes down that one and then it just disappears and never to be seen from again because another train came behind it and I got distracted by that one and the other one's gone forever. And ever and ever and ever. I don't know if you heard that spritzer thing, but it goes off constantly. And it's timed, so it goes off randomly every 36 minutes, but it doesn't feel. Time passes weird. You know, I don't, on the exact dot, know, okay, in 36 minutes it's going to pass. So every once in a while, I'll just go, and I'm like, ugh, and I get scared. Yeah, my walls are really thin here at my apartment, so I hear my neighbors have sex. And my neighbors hear me have sex when I do. And so me and my next door neighbor, we kind of have this like strange relationship going on now where like every time we finish having sex, the other one just knocks on the wall, you know, as just kind of like, hey, good for you. You know, as you do with your neighbors, right? That's what we do, right? That's what we do. I feel like a lot of people think I'm like a fucking sociopath here because I'm always like talking to myself and not actually like talking to myself, and I don't know what that voice was. And I mean like talking to a camera, but they don't know that. They just probably think I'm talking to myself or on a phone or something like constantly. And I hate living in this place because of the thin walls. What time is it? Where are we at? Where are we at in life? Dude, I have armpit stains and that sucks. I want to die. It smells like a candle that was lit in here and I'm very happy about that. Very happy. All right, I think one more story. Maybe I won't forget this one. One more story and then I'll get the heck out. Okay. Okay. I went to a wedding banquet hall with two of my coworkers on my lunch break because we like to do fun things on our lunch break, apparently. And I was just hanging out there, right? I was just freaking chilling. And you wouldn't believe what we did. So we went in and I pretended that I was getting married to a woman named Stephanie. And we were just walking through. They were showing us, this really nice old Asian lady was just like showing us the room. And she was like telling me how great my wedding is going to be. And she leads me to this, I'll tell you the highlights because it was like 30 minutes of stuff that we went through. But I remember her going into this side room and she's like, you can put a DJ in here. And I'm like, straight face, I swear to God, this story is true, and by the way, because you're not going to believe it. And straight face, I'm like, do you think we can put like strippers in there? Because, you know, it's a wedding, so the guys are going to be sad and lonely. So I just kind of want to, I think it'd be fun to put strippers in there. And the lady's face was just like, yeah, I guess that's something. Okay, but let me show you in here. And she showed me the rest of the room. And we opened this doorway into a big banquet hall, right? There's a bunch of tables set up and everything. And then there's like the walkway down to a stage, and the walkway is lit up on the side. So it looks like a fashion one way. I did a little walk on it. It was great. And she looks up and she says, "These are the chandeliers. Aren't they beautiful?" And I'm like, "Yes, they're beautiful." But there's just kind of one problem. It kind of reminds me of the one that fell on my aunt and killed her. So you can hold on to that information. And I don't know why I said these things. I was just like, I can just say this stuff right now and it wouldn't even matter. So I did. And as I did that, I regretted it immediately. Then she was like, "Okay, let me show you the altar." So no. She was like, "Do you think you guys are going to be getting married here? Or are you going to have a ceremony here? Or are you going to have somewhere else to come here?" And I was like, "Fuck it. We're going to go all in. We're going to have the ceremony here." And so she was like, "Okay, that's great. Oh my God." She was like, Money is on the mind right now. I am an Asian old woman, and this is the inside of my voice. And inside of my head, not voice, because that's wrong. And she's like, "This is where you will be getting, we can put you right here, you and your wife. You could be in front of this table. You guys, the arch would be here." And I was like, "Oh, that's beautiful. Do you mind if we take a picture together?" And she's like, what do you mean?" And I was like, "Can you just, I just want to show my wife, well, not my wife, I just call her my wife, my fiance, of what it would look like." And so I present to you exactly what it looked like. So I took her hands in mine and we took a picture, and this is that picture. This is it. If you're not listening on my freaking YouTube channel where we do live video, you're screwed. This because you won't see anything. But this is an actual thing that happened. I'm gonna title this video, "I Can't Believe This Happened." Okay, that was the thumbnail. All right, guys, I think this is where I'm going to end the podcast. Thanks so much for listening. I know these are like long as shit, but it helps with my retention time so I can get that fucking AdSense money, guys, because that's all I care about now is money. I was dabbing to show the irony of how much that's not true. All right, yo, guys. I'm freaking out of here. Thank you so much for listening to the Baked Couch Potato Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video. Give me your favorite quote. And at the beginning of these podcasts, I think I'm going to do a quote of the day. And that's it. I don't know. Just leave a random comment in the comment section down below, and I'll pick it as a quote of the day. Neat. All right. Peace out, guys. See you later.